everyone. Welcome to another episode of Women Like Me, Stories and Business. I'm your host, Julie Fairhurst. I'm the founder of Women Like Me, and I'm so excited. I have discovered something new in the world, although I understand it's been around for 90 years, and I'm just shocked that I'm understanding and coming to learn about it now. But I have the amazing Dana Martin here, and she is going to fill us in. So thank you so much for being willing to do this. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much. I'm actually very excited to spread the word for sure.
Oh, good. Okay, well, why don't we start off by you telling our viewers and our listeners just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Um, I'm a clinical counselor by trade. I am now retired, although I continue to facilitate a relationship violence group for men who are under supervision for an offense related to, relationship or domestic violence. And so that's a small part of my life now. But a bigger part of my life is that I'm a member of Seroptimist International of Chilliwack, which is the Seroptimist is a worldwide organization that promotes women and girls and to help them have the resources and things necessary to reach their full potential and, as we say, to live their dream. So when you mention 90 years, that's really important to us because here in Chilliwack, this we are celebrating that this our club has been around for 90 years in Chilliwack, helping women and girls in various capacities, right? And so we still are continuing to do that. We are giving out educational awards called a Live Your Dream Award, which is a cash award to help women for their education and training. We try to help young girls with our Dream It Be It program that we have, which is a career mentorship program. And now, well, actually, for the last 5 years, we have this incredible project that we started called Heather's Hope Chest.
And that's what brought us here because I was searching just what's going on in Chilliwack because I live in Chilliwack as well. I wanted to see what volunteer things were out there and people helping other people in the community. And I came across Heather's Hope Chest and I started reading about it and I thought, this is really amazing. So why don't you tell us how, because Heather's a person, Heather's a real person, and
Heather's
so why don't you tell us about how it all sort of came to be?
Sure. Well, we were looking, we're something, a project to do in the community. And, uh, something that would take us, we'd have, out there doing whatever. And so I was asked, what did I think might help us. And well, what I came up with was this idea, which was Heather's Hope Chest, but it wasn't my idea, and I can't take full credit for it. So in our Seroptimist organization, we actually have two other clubs. One is in Victoria, Seroptimist of Victoria. They started a project called Annie's Closet. And then another club of which I was a part of for several years is Seroptimist International of the Tri-Cities, and they decided they wanted to do something too, and they have Bee's Closet. And so we are the third iteration of this project, and ours is called Heather's Hope Chest. So
And so,
what
and so what are you doing with Heather's Hope Chest?
Yeah, like what is this place,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. Well, Heather's Hope Chest is a free store for women and girls who are transitioning from something, maybe
Um,
substance use, maybe domestic violence, maybe homelessness, or a number of any other crises that can happen in a women's life. And so we have our little store where we provide them with everything that they need for their kitchen, for their beds, bedding, pillows, all of that, and bathroom, right? And it's all free, right? It's all free. But where it's kind of an unusual project because we don't actually have a storefront. We are actually in a storage locker.
Okay. You know what? I think, did you guys make a couple of little videos?
I think yes.
I
Oh yes.
think I've seen those. I
Yeah.
have seen those.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So it's this kind of unusual location is it's in the storage locker, right? And that, but that that's where it is. It absolutely worked for us. It absolutely looks like a store. Okay, it
oh,
absolutely does. But I want to tell you something because all these people ask, "Who's Heather?"
right.
And I think we need to talk about that. So we were looking for uh, a name, right? And a group of us were going into Port Coquitlam to take them to see what Bee's Closet looked like and kind of what the whole big picture was. And as we're Heather is a member of Seroptimist of Chilliwack. She is actually driving the car. She's driving, I'm in the back, and we got a whole carload of ladies. And she says, I have just thought of us these great names and da da da. And she says these names, and she says, "What do you think, Dana?" And I say, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, those are awesome." But what she has no idea is we've already chosen the name. And secretly, we thought we would call it Heather's Hope Chest because Heather is the longest standing member of the Chilliwack Club, and a beautiful way to honor her. And
That's
so she had no idea. We had the logo, we had all of our stuff done, and at a meeting we revealed it to her. And to say she was shocked was minimizing it. It's an awesome moment in our club
that's
that
wonderful.
we could have that happen. So yeah.
Wow. So how do you get the items? Do you are you open for donations or cash donations or how does that work?
Well, that's the beautiful part about Heather's Hope Chest, and a critical part is how do we get those donations? We have what's called a donation day. Sometimes once a month, depends how much we get. And we are asking members of the Chilliwack community to donate these items to us. And we ask for very gently used items, right?
Right.
So that that it's nice stuff, right? It's not, so a set of dishes or that kind of thing. And so without the Chilliwack community supporting us, we could not do this project. And I know last year we had our biggest donation day ever, where we have the store and we have another locker right beside it that was pushed, that was absolutely stuffed right to the doors. We couldn't get one more box in. It was absolutely incredible, the stuff. And the
Wow.
stuff that people are donating is really nice stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Beautiful sets of dishes, nice bedding, all of the things, coffee pots, crock pots, comforters, it is absolutely lovely stuff in that. And so on that day that we broke the record, we were totally overwhelmed. However, we said, you know what? Should we have one? We were thinking we'll do this once a month. Should we have another, one next month? And we thought, well, yes, we should.
Wow.
And I said, what's the likelihood it's going to ever happen again, right? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. For the second month in a row, we had that storage locker full.
Wow.
And it just, like we are so eternally grateful for the Chilliwack community because they have embraced us and they understand what we're doing and they support us and they continue to donate these goods,
Wow.
and participate in some of the things that we're doing. It's incredible.
I love Chilliwack. I just love living here. We moved out here going on 6 years ago, but 34 years ago, is it 34? Somewhere around there. I lived out in Chilliwack for 4 years, but I had to ended up moving back into Surrey, but I always felt like I was going to come back. And I'm not, we will never leave. We will never leave Chilliwack. The
Yeah,
people, the beauty, it's just a wonderful place to live.
I joke, I say, is there something in the water here that's
Yeah. It's just wonderful. Well,
Yeah,
why
it's
don't you
good.
tell us a little bit about the Live Your Dream? Because I just was amazed about that's a program that's anyway, will you tell us about it?
Okay, well, yeah. So the Live Your Dream Award is our signature program for Seroptimists. So every Seroptimist club in our federation will be giving a Live Your Dream Award. And really, what it is, it's this is the award is a cash award to help a woman who is the single head of her household and the income earner and has dependents. Okay, that's the base requirement,
Right.
and is in university or college or taking training of some sort, right? That's it. It's a they have to write a story about themselves, but it now they apply to all the different clubs are giving the awards, and they apply, and a winner is chosen, and they are given cash, right? Cash, and there are no things, whatever they want to do with the cash, they can do it. We don't say you have to pay for your tuition, or it has
Right.
to come to this. That these women can pay for it, pay whatever they want to do. Can I tell you a little story about?
Yes, please do. Yes.
So, I mean, I've been a member a long time, but when I was governor of Western Canada region, that I had the privilege of serving as governor, I was invited to the Abbotsford Club's Live Your Dream Award. And on that day, it was really interesting because, unbeknownst, my entire board actually all showed up, and we never communicated with each other. So here we all are in force to see Abbotsford give out the Live Your Dream Award, right? And this woman, the woman that won the first place, is, how things take root in your brain
Wow.
and you can never let it go. Well, this is one for me. Uh, she said, what's so going to be so incredible? I can buy my son runners that don't come from Walmart.
Yeah.
And you just kind of go, ooh,
Mm,
ooh. So
mhm.
most of us would wouldn't even think about that, right?
Right.
But for her son, right? And that's where the impact is. You start to feel the
Yeah.
impact of that award,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's wonderful that there's no mandate about what they do with it. So if they need to put new tires on a car, I mean, it sounds like that money's there as a gift and because they're doing well and they're just to sort of to help lift them up
exactly.
in
That's exactly.
whatever way they need.
Yes, because who they know where they're
Yes.
at. They know,
Yeah.
right? And so they would know these women are they fought their way
Yeah.
to where they are that day, to get into university, and they've been pushing and pushing. Why would we put restrictions on them, right? No, they
Yes.
can do whatever they want with it, you
Oh,
know?
I love
Yeah.
it. Let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about the Dream It, Be It program. Yeah, I'm blown away by this one as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Dream It Be It is a program for teenagers. I think the ages is like 13 and above. This is a career mentoring program. And so here in Chilliwack, how our program was, we have a curriculum that we're going to read that they're going to use in it. But they also have the opportunity to meet women, local women from Chilliwack, who are can act as a sort of a mentor, like to help them with their decision making. And so, like the one I think you and I are talking that it makes me smile is a young girl said, "Well, I met this lady today, and she was a coroner. I didn't know that women could be coroners,
Oh,
right?" And so this is this is another program about empowering young women to help them, reach their potential and to be able to make decisions more about themselves and to have see a perspective on what women are doing and can do in today's, in today's times, and hopefully, go and do it. right?
It's just showing them that because we don't know where people have come from and or where they're going and all of that generational history. So for some, it will be extremely important to see that, wow, I can do that. I can be that. I could have a goal to get there and I could actually get there.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is that, when you start to hear the story of all the women that talk about their careers, is that pretty much every one of us that's, got to a certain, time in our career, it wasn't a cakewalk. It
Yes.
wasn't, it wasn't that easy.
No.
There were obstacles in the way, and we all had to figure out, well, what am I going to do with this, right? And I think exposing the young girls to that to say, hey, it wasn't easy, but it was possible, and look what's, this is how we could do that, right?
Oh, oh my goodness, you made me shiver. That's yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so much power in that.
Oh, uh, absolutely, because they realize, like, oh,
Yeah.
I, I could do it. If you can dream it, if
Yes. Oh,
right.
wow. That's just
It,
so
it could
beautiful.
absolutely happen. Yes.
Wow. Well, can we bounce backwards again? I want to just talk a little bit about more about Heather's Hope Chest. So, how do people find, like, how does a woman who has, well, who are these women that are coming to you in need?
Okay. So the women that come to us are transitioning from something in their lives,
Okay,
all of them.
okay.
It's whatever that might be. Maybe they're from foster care. We have young women who are transitioning from that foster care to now on their own,
Oh,
or domestic violence, or homelessness, or you know, drug, substance use, drug problems. I mean, excuse me, whatever it might be. And so, how we get our clients is that we have contacted and we're partnering with a variety of different social service agencies, right, in Chilliwack, and so these partners, what would be that they refer their client. Now they know who we are, they know what we can provide, right? The household essentials, they know that, and an easy they fill out an easy little referral form, and then that's how they get the referral. Okay.
okay.
That's how we get our clients. So we don't have a walk-in store. Uh,
Yes.
right? We do not. It is not like you would walk in the door and say, I need some stuff. So it's a
Yes.
little bit of caretaking that we do. But for, I mean, the women that we serve, pretty much when they're coming to us, have little or nothing
Hmm.
to set up their house, right?
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
this is a huge thing that,
Absolutely, it is.
like to not have anything.
Yes.
And so that's the process. And so then what happens, we book an appointment for them. They come with their support person, and we walk down a long hall, and they're looking. This is our favorite moment. We love this moment. Okay, this is we they walk down this hall, and they're in a storage locker, right?
Yes.
So they're looking at this. Usually when they come in, they're quite quiet. They're not very talkative.
Yeah.
And for a good reason. They don't know us. They're in a storage locker. What you think they might be thinking?
Yeah.
Like, what is this, right? What is going to happen? And so just for, we have our lockers, and we roll up the first one, and of course it is our storage locker, and they think, oh my gosh, okay, I guess I'm going to go through boxes,
Oh,
storage.
yeah.
And we say, oh, no, hold on a minute, no, that's just our storage, because we actually do need stuff from there.
Yeah.
We say, this is the hope chest over here to the next one. And when we roll up the doors, they're like, uh like, we had a recent client. This is her. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
right? and they're quite stunned because it's set up like a store and they're the only one there, right? So no one else is going to
Oh,
interrupt. And so what they do at that point, we take over and we guide them through, say, do you need this? Do you need, what do you need, right? And we slowly, and then we pack it up for them. So they don't have to do anything. They just
yeah.
have to say, I would like that. And then we pack it up, and at the end of the day, uh, they have a cart loaded with supplies.
That is just so wonderful
Yeah.
because being in many of those situations that you described, um, it just that in itself is overwhelming. Trying to set up a house and possibly having lack of funds
Exactly.
and children to be concerned about it's just going to take a load off.
This
Oh,
lack of funds, actually, people have said to me, like, so, well, they could just go to the dollar store and buy it. But honestly, when one plate, one fork, honestly, a lot of our clients just don't have that money. They need that money to either pay their rent or buy food,
yes,
right?
yes.
And the idea that they're going to, have, towels or, whatever, a peeler for a carrot, it's just not going to happen, right? It is not going to happen for them. So it's an interesting, here's the thing I say to people is that when we roll up the doors and our clients walk through, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
When they see it and they sort of look around and slowly we say, "Do you need plates? Do you need coffee mugs?" They'll say, "Yeah, I could use one." And we'll say, "One? What if you have friends over? But maybe you want to invite, probably need like four. Wouldn't four be better? Are you sure? Yes." But
Oh,
this is where the magic starts to happen. And so we had this person comes in who's often anxious, not unsure, kind of closed off, leave after they've done their shopping with that cart in hand and walking with their head held tall and the confidence, and they're ready to go.
wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing. And what's really I mean, the whole Heather's Hope Chest is so beautiful because it's the whole community. I mean, you're the catalyst, but it's
Yeah.
the community bringing these good donations, that household things that are needed, and then the connection with the women coming. I'm sitting here in my head going, well, yeah, I got a few things that are in pretty good shape that I don't need that are just sitting there and ready to and I never even thought. I mean, it's just so beautiful.
Well, it's and it's a key component. It's such an interesting. You just brought up an interesting point because it isn't that it's more than just an item. It's more than a lamp, or it's more than a set of plates or whatever. When these items are given in, and let me be clear, people donate really really nice stuff to us. Okay, I
Yes.
mean, right?
Yeah.
So it's not junk. They're getting top quality stuff in that.
Aw.
These things that people are donating, it's so important that people understand what the importance of this is that it's not just a lamp. It's they what these items are creating for our clients a sense of comfort, a sense of safety, normalcy. This is what you have in the kitchen. And most of all, confidence, right? And they are a reminder that someone cares because every item in there, with the exception of a few things that we purchase, that somebody cared because they donated it, right?
Wow.
Somebody cared. And so they care, they are not alone, and that they deserve this. They now can go out and live their best life, right? And so it's a foundation for hope, right? And for the rebuild.
Can I ask you, what are some creative or unique fundraising that you do to raise money or get these things in the door? What do you do?
Well, every year we have a Christmas fundraiser. where we have different things going on. But at the heart of that fundraiser is the little blue plaque, what we call them. And the plaque program is that if you donate $100 to us, we will put a plaque. We will get a plaque with your name on it, and we invite the people to come to the to Heather's Hope Chest and pick the shelf they would like to sponsor, right? So
Oh,
they come and they walk around and they put the plaque on there. Now for $1,000, you get the whole shelf unit, right? Right, and some other perks as well that come with that, right? Tickets to our Pajamas and Pearls fundraiser, and
yeah.
all the things that come with that. But so that's one of the ways that we do it. It's a fun way because people will, like, especially at Christmas, will say, would you like to see Heather's Hope? Would you like a tour? And when they say, mostly say yes, or now they're saying, I was here last year, I
Oh,
saw it last year. But when they see it, it's hard to envision this store in a locker. But
yes, of
they
course.
see it, once they see it, they're believers. They're like, oh, wow, I didn't expect that, right?
Wow.
That's a program. We've sold coffee. We did a coffee fundraiser several years ago with a local Barking Irons Coffee, and who helped us out greatly. We have, what else have we done? We do man the fair gates in the summer to help raise funds to support the Heather's Hope Chest and other projects too that the club might do. So
That's I'm just like I'm in awe of your whole organization. It just sounds so beautiful and it sounds just so much community driven. It
yeah,
just
it is.
yeah.
This wonderful thing about Seroptimist is that, yes, of course, our projects are very much community driven, but for women and girls.
Yes. Yes.
That's all our focus. Is not that we don't want to help men, but it does do this. But when you become a member of a club, right, and now you have a whole new set of sisters, as you might call them.
Yeah.
And then if you decided that you wanted to go to Sweden or Europe, you could drop in on Seroptimus clubs there, and they will take care of you wherever you go, because it's this sisterhood that we have, and communities are built all over the world with
Yes.
women, through women. Yeah,
Yes. Well, I just have to say, women like me, I'm the same. It's, I would love my son said, well, when are you going to do men like me? And I said, well, why don't you do men like me?
yeah,
You're a man. I'm a woman. I don't know, I know men, but I don't know men. So I focus on what I know, which is women that need to tell their stories and uplift themselves. So I 100% in alignment with what it is that you're doing over there. Oh, that's just, Jenna, that is just, yeah, it's very, very beautiful. Can I just, we're getting close to our time being over, and I have a little 5 questions I like to ask our guests. So I'm just
sure,
wondering if you're okay with that.
sure,
All
far
right,
away.
this is just to get to know you personally a little bit better. So, what's your favorite book that inspires you in your business or your life?
Well, holy crow, I better look here. What's it called? My favorite book of all, it is, I have to be honest, my favorite book is Charlotte's Web.
Oh,
And it has been with me for my whole life.
oh,
I'm a reader, but Charlotte's Web, because that relationship that was built between a spider
yeah,
and the pig, I don't know. It,
that's
you know, that, yeah, that's my favorite book.
love it, love it. Okay, the next one. If you could have dinner with any woman in history, who would it be and why?
I would like to have history with Golda Meir.
Who was
Uh,
that?
she was the prime minister of Israel. Uh,
Oh,
I was very young when I found out about Golda, and I actually wrote letters to her. I don't know if she ever got them, but there was something about her that inspired me, And I had forgotten about it, but my mom reminded me, you forget these things. And she said, "You remember when you wrote letters to Golda?" I'm like, oh, yeah. So I don't know if they went anywhere, but she was,
Beautiful.
here's this very strong woman leader in the adversities
Yeah.
and all the things that she had to go through. Next up would be Jane Goodall.
Oh, Jane. Yes, yes,
Yes. Yes.
yes. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a conversation?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. What is your favorite way to unwind after a busy day?
Reading, reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And do you have a favorite motivational quote that keeps you going?
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Oh, I love that. Love it. Love it. Okay. And the last one I have is if you could travel anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you go and why would you go there?
I would go to Norway
To Norway.
because I have a family there. Uh, we have we're my great great uncle Alf uh, was helped Jewish people on the Norwegian Underground go from Norway to Sweden, and
Wow.
him and his buddies had what they called a transport. He has been recognized by the Israeli government. Imagine that. Yeah.
Wow.
So we've always talked about how we would like to go and see where the crossing was, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And this was your uncle?
My great great uncle. Yeah.
Great uncle. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
That when you said Norway, because my ancestors come from Norway, my grandfather immigrated here, and I've got a cousin Uvi, and that kind of thing. So when you said Norway, I thought, oh, that's interesting. But then when you told me why, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Well, thank you for that. Well, that gives us a little bit more insight into who you are. Um, so unfortunately, our time is ending. Dana, would you like to tell us anything? Share some wisdom, anything that you want to make sure that people that are watching or listening know. And before you do that, I just want to mention that all of the details to find Heather's Hope Chest, to reach out to the community if you want, if you have donations, whatever it is that you need, will all be in the details section. So you'll be able to go ahead and do that. So yeah, so we'll make sure that all of the links and everything is there for everyone that would like to reach out. So, what kind of wisdom do you have for all of us?
Well, people often, when you think about donating, we always worry, I don't have the money to donate. I don't, it's that those kinds of things, or that I would feel bad if I only donated a small amount of money. And that's the great thing about Heather's Hope Chest is that you know we all have household items lying around that aren't being used, but that you could donate and help someone else's life, brighten up their life because they could use it. And when you give something, you always get in return, right? It's the gift that keeps on giving, right? So, and that's, I think, for us, I think my message is one of gratitude because we have been so well received in the Chilliwack community. They've believed in us. And and we now have individuals that are supporting us, continue to help us with fund cash money, all those kinds of things. And without everybody in this community, we would not exist. And so my messages would be one of gratitude. Thank you to everybody who supports us. And I want you to know that I mean, I'm 100% biased. Okay. I'm 100%. Okay. I'll admit that.
Yeah?
But really great things happen at Heather's Hope Chest to the women that come to Heather's Hope Chest. And each item, imagine if you just do each item was given by a person. And the effect of that, right? It's this
Mhm.
building of this person's new house probably could have come from 25 people or more.
Yeah.
It's magic, right? It's
Yeah.
just magic. And to know that we are changing the lives. We are empowering these women to go on and fight another day, you
Yeah.
know, to
Yeah.
do that. And that's why community is so important.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you for mentioning gratitude because I believe gratitude does amazing things in our life. So I thought that was just beautiful that you mentioned that and you were thanking everyone. Oh, wow. I got a yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I just want to say something to thank you personally because I always get, or I'm like, oh, how did she find out about us? And when I told our team that we got invited to do this podcast, they were all excited, like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing because
Oh,
it, and it's local. You're here, which was even better, I think, than not. And so, thank you for inviting us to do that. And I would like to ask you if you would like to have a tour of Heather's Hope Chest so you can see
yes.
it happens.
I want a tour. I
Okay.
absolutely want a tour. Oh my goodness. I would love that. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you, Dan. I love that so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have lended, I was on a little bit of an emotional, but I'm on an emotional high now. So I'm excited. Okay. Well, everyone remember the details will be in Heather's Hope Chest details will be in the detail section of the video and the podcast. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again on another episode.